Hi everyone, I have gone through and I have graded your practice annotations, and I just wanted to go over some of the overall comments and I guess some general comments that I have to make after grading your practice annotations. So the first thing that I want to reiterate is that this annotated bibliography should be in APA format, which means that it should have a title page with your name and all of the other things that APA title pages have. Go through and look in your little seagulls about what that entails. And again, I encourage you not to use the template formula or the template that Microsoft Word or Google Docs offer just because it is out of date. Okay. Another mention on format. Please remember the format of what an annotated bibliography looks like. It's a little weird, and it's not necessarily the same thing. And it shouldn't be formatted as a paper. There are very strict, stringent rules to the format of an annotated bibliography. And the first thing that you're going to have for every annotation is the citation in APA format. After that annotation, it should, not the annotation, after that citation, your annotation should follow directly, and your annotation is broken up into two parts, a summary and an evaluation. And here I have my summary, which goes directly into my evaluation. So they shouldn't be too terribly long, but they should have all three of these components. Just a little mention on citations. They have to be in APA format. And in your module this week, under annotated bibliographies, I have a video labeled APA tips for you all, and that deals with how to cite these articles found through a database. So it's about 10 minutes long. So take the opportunity to watch that video because it's helpful, and it shows you how to cite those articles, but it also shows you how to copy and paste them, and if you do copy and paste, the things that you have to be aware of, because just because it's listed in the citation section of the like cite it for me type thing doesn't mean it's necessarily correct. There are some pitfalls that you can fall into if you just straight up copy and paste. So please take the opportunity to watch that video. It'll save you a lot of heartache when it comes time to writing your actual annotated bibliography. And then finally, the one comment that I had to make overall for if I had to say the most frequent comment I had to write was about your evaluations. And the heart of an annotation, of an annotated bibliography, is the evaluation, where you look at the credibility of the source. In other words, you've got to get your crap together and address those elements of crap. The currency, the relevancy, the authority, the accuracy, and the publication/purpose. So go through and look at the annotated bibliography video again. There's a reason I went through and talked about annotated bibliographies in such fine details, because that's what I wanted you to do in your actual annotated bibliography. So go back and look at the evaluation section and address in all of your evaluations or your annotated bibliographies, address the crap. That's one of the key components on the rubric that you'll see. So if you don't address the crap, you're not going to get credit for having an evaluation. Some other reminders when looking at the larger annotated bibliography as a whole. Your citations should be in alphabetical order by author's last name, and all of those citations should have a hanging indent, and everything should be 12-point Times New Roman double spaced. And for further clarification about what the annotated bibliography is supposed to look like, there is a color-coded example in last week's module in annotated bibliographies where I provide you a sample of what that looks like. Um, for the larger picture, you guys have an annotated bibliography that is due Sunday. And in that annotated bibliography, you should have 5 sources, one of which has to be peer reviewed and come from a scholarly journal. And 3 of those sources have to come from the library database. All of them can come from the library database, but at least 3 of them have to be from the library database, and one of them has to be peer reviewed. And your annotation, your practice annotation, the one that I have graded and given back to you, counts as one of those 5 sources. So please make sure you go through and make the corrections that I suggest, and put that into your larger annotated bibliography. So just for clarification, this counts as one of the 5 sources. So theoretically, you only have 4 more sources that you need to find and annotate. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Overall, I'm pretty pleased at what I saw. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.